This is the big one. 700 WLW.
Homer Bailey makes a start for the Reds today against Lou Piniella Chicago Cubs. Does this place bring back memories? I hope good ones for you here in Mesa.
Not really.
I take that question back. That's a stupid question.
That's okay. I mean, they were pretty good in the beginning, but that was faint.
Yeah.
They started to fade a little bit at the end there. It wasn't too pleasant, but that's I mean, that's all, that's what life and what baseball is all about. And also, that I've never said it, and that was one of the factors on me coming to Cincinnati, the fact that it was intriguing to be in this division again. And so I'm looking forward to, to us winning and us being on top.
Well, a couple of years ago, you made it very, very difficult for them at the end of the year in Chicago when you did a number on them, and you got a chance to have some fun against that club this year with this team you got.
Well, for sure, and it's going to be tough. It's going to be a dogfight. Mm-hmm. I mean, you're looking around. I'm looking at, I think that the Brewers are better than people realize. Yep. I think because they got some pretty good pitching. I think. The Cardinals are always going to be good, especially when you got Wainwright, Carpenter, and now you got Albert Pujols and Holiday, and a cast of other guys, and nobody knows what Houston's going to be about. I don't think nobody knows their ball club or Pittsburgh. So I think it's going to be a heck of a race. And hey, man, let's get it on.
It's the Reds and the Cubs. They hook up for the first time this spring. We're in Mesa, Arizona, and it's all coming up next on the Reds Radio Network.
This is Ken Griffey Sr., and this is the home of the Cincinnati Reds. 700 WLW.
We've been very aware of the issues on the safety side, but quite frankly, we've had a lot of respect for the Toyota brand.
When I told my friends, I was going to get a new Toyota, they were like, "Are you sure?" And I'm like, you know what? I've never had a problem.
These are actual Toyota customers talking about their recent purchase. And it's loyalty like this that has helped make Toyota the #1 brand in America. So we're offering you our biggest thank you ever. For full details on these unprecedented offers, visit buyatoyota.com. Toyota, moving forward. Sales claim based on motorintelligence.com calendar year 2009 sales.
Give me that filet fish. Give me that fish. Give me that filet fish. Give me that fish. What if it were you hanging up on this wall? If it were you in that sandwich, you wouldn't be laughing at all.
Craving the golden, crispy taste of the filet of fish sandwich? Then stop by McDonald's for a limited time and get 2 for just $3.33. Prices and participation may vary. Price of single item posted on menu board.
Virtualization is changing the way businesses manage technology. I'm Tom Brenneman, and it may be time to consider Virtual Data Center from CBTS. Virtual Data Center allows you to create custom servers on demand, paying only for what you need. Whether used for disaster recovery, managing business peaks, or as dedicated computing resources, it's merely an extension of your secure network. Call CBTS at 513-841-6800 or visit cbts.cinbell.com. CBTS, technology solutions for business.
For all your payroll needs, trust the hometown payroll service that takes care of your hometown team. Paycor. Paycor is proud to be the official payroll provider of the Cincinnati Reds. Visit us on the web at paycor.com.
This is the Cincinnati Bell Reds Radio Network.
The Reds are on the radio.
Reds baseball is brought to you by UDF, Dairy Fresh, Dairy Fun, United Dairy Farmers, Ohio Casualty Independent Agents, who help find the right insurance for your business. Belterra Casino Resort and Spa. Easy to love, hard to leave. Kroger, more value for the way you live. Western and Southern Financial Group, one of the 9 strongest life insurance groups in the world. Budweiser, want to go home with me tonight? I'm the designated driver. Budweiser, responsibility matters. The Reds are also brought to you by Toyota and the full-size Toyota Tundra. Change the way you work and play. JTM. Food, family, fun. JTM. Lewis Trout Dairy, your hometown quality dairy. And by Cincinnati Bell, right here for you.
The Reds are on the radio.
This is the Cincinnati Bell Reds Radio Network on 700 WLW.
Good afternoon, everyone, from Ho-Ho-Com Park in Mesa, Arizona. Welcome to Reds Baseball. It is a typically big crowd. This spring training home of the Chicago Cubs, and the weather, in a word, delightful. Temperatures in the low 70s, a bit of a breeze as the Reds and the Cubs face off for the first time in 3 such meetings. Cincinnati going after its 4th consecutive win today in a battle for the top spot in the Central in spring training. We'll be back with the lineups and the play-by-play action in a moment.
Reds baseball is back, and the 2010 season gets underway April 5th, 7th, and 8th with a series against the Cardinals. Presented by Cincinnati. This is your first chance to see the Redlegs match up against the defending division champs. Kick off the year with great giveaways, fireworks, and more. For tickets to the April 7th and 8th games against St. Louis, call 513-381-REDS or visit reds.com.
Hi, I'm Gretchen Schmidt, president of Franklin Savings. Now is a great time to buy a home. Rates are still low, but time is running out for you to take advantage of the Home Buyer's Tax Credit Program. Purchase contract must be signed by April 30th, and closing must take place by June 30th. So whether you are a first-time home buyer, purchasing, or refinancing, we are here to help. Give us a call at 513-469-8000 to speak to a loan officer, or apply online at franklinsavings.com.
Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
Hi, this is Bronson Arroyo, and you're listening to the home of the Reds, 700 WLW.
If you're ready now, the starting lineups today. First for the visiting Reds, leading off and playing center field will be Drew Stubbs. Batting second in left field, Chris Dickerson. Hitting third, second baseman Brandon Phillips. A number 4 batter and third baseman as the Cubs take the field, Juan Francisco. Hitting number 5 in right, Jay Bruce. Batting sixth as the DH, Vladimir Valentin. The 7 batter, first baseman Yonder Alonso. Hitting 8th and catching Ryan Hannigan. The 9 hitter is shortstop Paul Yanish. And on the mound at game's beginning is right-hander Homer Bailey. Again for the Reds, Stubbs in center, Dickerson in left, Phillips at second, Francisco at third base, Bruce in right field, Valentin the DH, with Alonso at first, Hannigan catching, Yanish at short, and Bailey pitching. For the Cubbies, Starlin Castro will lead off and play shortstop. At second base, Logan Watkins hitting second. Aramis Ramirez in the 3-hole batting third. And in center field, hitting fourth, will be the youngster Tyler Colvin. Chad Tracy will bat number 5 at first base. Hitting sixth in left field, Alfonso Soriano. The 7 batter, DH Bobby Scales. Batting 8th and catching Coy Hill. The 9-hole hitter, right fielder Jim Aducci. And on the mound, a left-hander. We've seen him before under regular season game conditions in Sean Marshall. Pleased as always to be working with Jeff Brantley. You've been in this ballpark many times as a player. First time for me as a broadcaster, and it comes warranting the reputation. The fans turn out in droves to watch their Cubs play baseball.
Well, they really do, Marty, and this is kind of the queen or the Queen's Jewel, however you'd like to describe it, of the Cactus League. This franchise here in Mesa, Arizona, there are no seats available, and the berms are packed. You're shoulder to shoulder out there, you're blanket to blanket, and the same thing goes for seats in the stands. Whether you've got you a seat or whether you're standing up, it just seems to be SRO.
Yep. We're set to go. It'll be Drew Stubbs leading it off against the left-hander Sean Marshall, making his third appearance of the spring and his first as a starter. 4 innings in which he's allowed 2 hits with 2 walks and 3 strikeouts. The Reds are 4-3. The Cubs are 5-4. These two teams, the winner of which will be on top of the heap in the Central Division in spring training. And the first pitch is in for a call strike, and this game is underway. Stubbs so far 1 hit in 13 times up. Right-hand batter, that 1 hit a 2-run home run as he takes another strike, a breaking ball above the knees. And he is struck out, which is certainly no front-page news. He's punched out 6 times in his 13 official plate appearances as he takes a very close pitch for a ball to run the count to 1-2. On deck, Chris Dickerson, and waiting in the wings, second baseman Brandon Phillips to wind the pitch. And a breaking ball low and inside to square things at 2-2.
And there's only so long that you can say, well, the strikeouts are only because it's early.
Yep.
Sooner or later, that time will come where early is late.
The 2-2 coming, and he checks his swing. A good eye on a pitch that just missed away. So after being ahead 0-2, Marshall has now run the count out, so to speak, on Drew Stubbs. And he continues to work quickly. And the pitch is swung on and hammered down the right field line, chasing Jim Aducci, and in fair ground, he makes the catch. Drew Stubbs becomes the afternoon's first out, and the batter will be left fielder Chris Dickerson as we check the defense for the men of Lou Piniella. First base, Chad Tracy. Logan Watkins, a youngster, at second. At third, Aramis Ramirez. And one of the bright lights in the Cubs organization, the shortstop Starlin Castro, their outfield of Alfonso Soriano in left, and center Tyler Colvin, another kid they expect big things from the future, and in right field Jim Aducci. Coy Hill behind the plate. Here's a left-handed batting Dickerson, and he checks on a pitch down and in. He's having a very, very good spring. 5 hits and 13 times up, and what has been impressive is his early spring schedule ability to swing the bat well against left-handed pitching.
And I think any time for any hitter that is left-handed early in spring and you have some success against left-handed pitching, that can only be a plus.
Here's a pitch, and he bunts, but right back to the mound. Not a very good bunt at all. An easy play for Sean Marshall, who picks it up and throws on to Jim Aducci, or Chad Tracy, rather, for the second out of the inning. And we'll take a look at Brandon Phillips.
You know, even though that bunt was right back to the pitcher Marshall, I still like to see Chris Dickerson try that more and more. I think that allows him to use his speed more. It really puts him in a better spot, or a better chance to be in that leadoff spot.
So Marshall going for the 1-2-3 first as he faces a man still looking for his first hit of the spring. Phillips has been up 12 times and looking for his first hit. He waves at pitch number 1. Our plate umpire is Jim Joyce. On the base paths, a couple. On the right side, Bill Miller. On the left side, Brian Runge. 2 out, bases empty. Defense straight up for the right-handed batting Phillips. Marshall rocks on the mound, brings it plateward, and misses down and away. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Surprised that Phillips has not gotten a hit to this point. Seems like every time I've seen him swing the bat, he's hit the ball pretty hard.
Now the 1-1 pitch, and that's hit sharply to shortstop. Castro picks it up, drops it, and throws on to first in time, and the Reds are up and down after a half. Cincinnati nothing. Cubbies are coming up on the Cincinnati Bell Reds Radio Network.
It's a world of endless meetings that turn into more endless meetings. A place where all the wonders of modern technology have still not been able to solve that pesky copier jam problem. A place where cubicle dwellers dream of better digs across the hall, and where the coffee's always cold and the vending machine's always pathetic. Yeah, this is the typical American office. And come 5 o'clock, this is America's beer. Budweiser. It's the pinnacle of an American-style lager. That means it's brewed with the finest natural ingredients. The best malt, rice, hops, yeast, and water. Then aged over a bed of beechwood chips for 3 long weeks to give it that crisp signature taste. A beer brewed to be the perfect combination of flavor and refreshment. What better way to relax after work?
Budweiser, the great American-style lager.
Budweiser Beer, Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri. Please drink responsibly.
Today, more than ever, feeding my family great-tasting food that fits my budget is everything. That's why I count on JTM's Beef Philly Cheesesteak Kit. It's a quick and easy meal that my family loves. In just a few short minutes, I can feed everyone hearty, delicious food that makes them smile. There's no better feeling than knowing my family is happy and satisfied, and I'm on budget. For me, it's all about value. Food, family, fun. JTM.
Partnerships involve give and take, which is why in March, Duke Energy, your energy partner, gave away coupons for a free 6-pack of GE Energy Star qualified CFL bulbs. So please redeem your coupon, because CFL bulbs use about 1/4 of the energy it takes to produce the same amount of light from an incandescent bulb. You'll save energy and money, and the more bulbs you replace with CFLs, the more you save. You can manage your energy bill. Duke Energy can show you how. For more energy-saving information, visit dukeenergy.com/CFL-Reds.
This is the big one, 700 WLW.
After a 1-2-3 top of the first inning, we go to the bottom half when Homer Bailey, whose only appearance so far has come in a B game, makes his first A game start, and facing right-handed batting shortstop Starlin Castro. The very first pitch missing under the knees. Cubbies made a lineup change from the one we gave to you earlier. Scratch Logan Watkins and replace him with Darwin Barney, B-A-R-N-E-Y. He's batting second, and he's playing second base and waiting in the on-deck circle. Bailey with a big leg kick, and here's a high chopper hit to short. There's a pick by Yanish, and the throw on across in time. 1 out. Here now is Barney. This the 32nd consecutive year that the Cubbies have trained here in Mesa, and the 14th at Hohokam Park /Fitch Park facilities. They began play in what they refer to now as a new Ho-Ho-Com Park in 1997, a seating capacity of 13,100. First pitch down and in for a called strike on the inside edge. And as Jeff said, this franchise in Arizona would be comparable to what the Yankees and the Red Sox are in Florida. That is, they will play to sellout crowds, no matter whether they are at home or they are on the road. And as the count goes to 1-1 now on the right-handed batting Barney, it's an interesting situation that's evolving right now relative to the Cubs and their expected stay, and you say that somewhat tentatively, here in Mesa, down the road. There is a movement underway to build them an $85 million state-of-the-art ballpark. Here's a foul ball back. And the sticking point to this thing is that the people in Mesa want to get a bill put through the state legislature that would apply a $1 surcharge on every ticket sold by every club in spring training in order to help finance this Cub state-of-the-art facility down the road.
Good
and
luck.
Believe me when I tell you, everybody is saying, that is the major league clubs that are training here, not a chance. And the feeling is that bill has no chance whatsoever of getting through the state legislature, which would then put the financial onus on the shoulders of this local municipality, and then we'll find out whether or not the state will come up with additional funding. Of course, this team was also talking to the folks in Naples, Florida. Here's a 1-2 pitch, and that's low for a ball. Since that time, the Cubbies have granted Mesa exclusive negotiating rights until sometime this fall. And if they don't look like they've got anything going or it's not moving along to the Cubs' satisfaction, they will then have the right to reopen negotiations with the City Fathers in Naples. Here's a line drive in center. To his right to cut it off, Drew Stubbs, picking on a 2-2 pitch is the youngster Darwin Barney, and he singles to center field. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. And I can't blame the other 14 teams in Arizona for saying we're not going to tack on another $1 to our ticket prices in order to build you the finest spring training ballpark that there is. That ain't happening.
Well, it's all fine and good to have the Cubs here and to have their drawing power, but to put them beyond or on top of the other clubs that are here, I don't know that that's the way it should be.
I agree. Here's a high fly ball center field. First pitch hitting Ramirez, and it settles into the glove of Drew Stubbs, and they're 2 out here in the Cub first inning. No score as Tyler Colvin comes to the plate. We mentioned Starlin Castro, Colvin, and the duo represent the top 2 prospects in the Chicago Cubs organization. How good are they? Well, Lou Piniella told me earlier today when the Cubs are taking batting practice, I'd be comfortable breaking camp and going north with both of these kids on our opening day roster. Are the chances that they will? Probably not. But he said that's what kind of talents these 2 kids are right now. Colvin, a left-hand batter with a runner Barney at first base and 2 out, and the pitch is in for a call strike.
I just think it's awfully good for the Cubs as well as the Reds to have young talent that is big league ready. You and I have seen Travis Wood and Mike Leake, the first-round pick from last year. Both of them look like they're ready to pitch in the big leagues right now. But there's still some work to be done.
Yep. Here's a pause in the pitch by Homer Bailey. Colvin taking a pitch that just misses away, and it squares the count of the ball, a strike. 340 down the lines here, 390 in the power alleys, and 410 to straightaway center. And when Jeff mentioned out on the berms or the banks outside the ballpark, they are shoulder to shoulder. He ain't kidding. They are packed and jammed from the left field foul line all the way to the right field foul line, beyond the fences, sitting on blankets or beach towels or whatever the case might be, watching the Reds and the Cubs, and that's a daily happenstance when the Cubs are playing at home. 2 balls and 1 strike on Colvin. Last year at AA Tennessee batted 300, 14 home runs, and 50 runs batted in. Darwin Barney leading at first base in a scoreless game in the first inning. The pitch taken inside. Bailey behind 3-1. We mentioned the Reds going after their 4th straight win, and the 3 previous wins have largely come about because of off-the-chart pitching. And I'm telling you, Dusty and I talked about it on the pregame show today, and boy, has it really been something in this particular week. 3-1 delivery. Swinging, broken bat, ground ball second. Phillips goes to first at the end of one. No score, the Reds and the Cubs on the Cincinnati Bell Reds Radio Network.
This is the big one, 700 WLW.
My family is over 40,000 strong. We see each other as often as we can. We eat hoagies and hot dogs together. We cry in belief and we laugh in disbelief. We're slumping into our seats 1 minute and jumping out of them the next. We go through a lifetime of emotions in 9 innings. We're Red fans, and we are family.
Passion, loyalty, a shared purpose. At PNC, we know what it takes to build a community. PNC, the official bank of the Cincinnati Reds.
Want to know the best way to shake those winter blues? Simple. Get a cool new phone. And guess what? Cincinnati Bell is giving away free phones. Pick up a free BlackBerry, free smartphone, or free texting phone today. And our free phones come with great plans, like unlimited nationwide minutes for only $69.99 a month. Free phones, unbeatable plans. Goodbye winter, hello spring. Cincinnati Bell, right here for you, with free phones. With new activation and 2-year equipment agreement, mail-in rebate and data plan required on select devices while supplies last. Certain restrictions apply. See store for details.
For over 50 years, Banquet has been making the familiar foods that families all over Reds country love. From hearty pot pies, crispy fried chicken, and chicken nuggets to complete and convenient meals, Reds fans can always count on Banquet to provide consistently good taste at a great value. Whether your team's got Little League sluggers or Major League appetites, Banquet is the brand that is a home run every time. Pick up Banquet products in the frozen food section of Kroger stores throughout Reds country.
I have 3 children, so I always look for things on sale. There's always a sale going on at Kroger. There's times that I can look on the receipt and I'll save $60 or $70 shopping. You know, using my coupons and getting all the sales.
Get more value for the way you live at Kroger.
After the game, it's Sports Talk on 700 WLW.
Can't wait for the 2010 season to begin. Well, subscribe now to MLB.tv to see over 150 select spring training games plus every regular season game live or on demand on your computer. For complete details and to order right now, visit Reds.com. Baseball everywhere. 1 inning in the books, 0-0. Reds and the Cubbies. For openers here in the second, third baseman Juan Francisco. The left-hand batter taking from the left-hander Marshall, ball 1. Scott Rowland originally in the lineup, but was scratched before the club ever left Goodyear to come to Mesa. And Francisco gets a start. A very high foul out of play down the left side, and the count's a ball and 1 strike. Marshall last year made 55 appearances, all but 9 of them as a reliever. That pitch backs Francisco off the plate, had a 3-7 record and a 4.32 ERA. He's battling for a spot in the Cub rotation. Francisco fouls again. If there is a big concern, and I think you could probably label it just that way as far as the Cubs are concerned, as Lou Piniella said, a very thin bullpen, made even thinner by the loss of Guzman for the entire season. That pitch is down for a ball, and while they won't say as much, you've got to believe the Cubs are shopping around to try and come up with somebody who can be the setup man to Marmol going into the 2010 season. And the Reds see this club very early. In fact, the first weekend of the year, after the Reds open the season at home against the Cardinals, and then the Cubs come in after they open the year in Atlanta. 3-2 pitch. High, deep drive, straightaway center field. Hit that ball a ton, it's gone. A 3-2 line drive out of here to the right of the batter's eye in center field, and that baby got out there right now. First bomb of the year for Francisco, and the Reds in the second lead 1-0.
Looked like a high 3-2 breaking ball that Marshall was just trying to flip over the plate, and boy, Francisco flipped it right out of here.
I'll tell you what, this kid's got a chance to be a big-time run producer down the road. Check swing and a call strike to the left-handed batting Jay Bruce, who's gotten out of the gate very well. 6 for his first 14, including a home run. Swing and a miss. 0-2 quickly on the Reds' right fielder. You like Francisco?
I think he can hit here right now.
Yeah, I could not agree with you more. Here's a pitch. There's a foul ball back.
The only question in my mind, and it may be that way with a couple of other guys. I think Todd Frazier can hit up here right now.
Yep.
The issue, the issue is where are they going to play?
Yep. Swing and a miss. So following the home run, Sean Marshall makes quick work of Jay Bruce. That's his first punch out of the day. Bringing to the plate the man acting as a DH in this game, and Vladimir Valentin.
The bottom line for the Reds is having a lot of competition or a lot of guys that are ready to bust into the big leagues is a wonderful thing.
Sure is. Swing and a miss by Valentin. I want to extend a happy birthday greeting today to Roger Ramsey. Yes, he is the dad of an emerging star among those who enjoy blogging as part of their livelihood. That would be a man in the Reds media relations department, Jamie Ramsey. His dad, Roger, celebrating a birthday today. Roger, happy birthday.
Billy.
Breaking ball strike. Valentin is 3 for his first 10. The pitch, hanging outside a ball, 2-2.
Valentin really likes the ball where he can get some extension, the ball out over the plate. Anytime that he's got a fastball in, even if it's a hanging pitch inside, that's the pitch that he rolls over either to the shortstop or to the third baseman.
He taps one to third, to the left to make the play, Ramirez, and the throw not in time.
Hustling
he took his
all
time
the way.
getting that ball over to first base, and Valentin shows him why he shouldn't have. That's an infield base hit.
Well, you've got to give some credit to Valentin. He hustled out of the box all the way on a ball that was not well hit. But you've also got to throw a little pie over there on Ramirez. He took his time like he was going to take a walk in the park.
Yeah, and even more so as far as the criticism of the play, it's not like Ramirez has never seen Valentin before. I mean, many times last year, he's got to have a better knowledge of the guy running. If he makes that play like he should have made, then Valentin is out. 1 strike and nothing on Yonder Alonso.
That's why you always hustle. You never know.
Alonso 1 for 9. The pitch, swinging, ground ball right side, diving stop, nice play by the second baseman, and the throw to the shortstop covering to garner the force out on Valentin. But boy, oh boy, Darwin Barney just took a hit away from Yonder Alonso and turns it into a force out at second base. Here's Ryan Hannigan batting in the 8th spot. We got over here early today. We might have been the first people in the ballpark.
Close.
Yid and Jeff and I got a chance as a result to spend a lot of time on the field talking with Lou Piniella and Rick Sutcliffe, former Cy Young Award winner with the Cubs, who works for ESPN but is in the Cub camp as an instructor. Spent time with Billy Williams and Larry Rothschild, who, of course, is a pitching coach of the Cubs, formerly of that same capacity he held back in the early 90s with the Reds when Lou was managing there.
Jerry and James were back there cooking those hamburgers. I was talking to them.
Pardon me?
Jerry and James back here in the back.
Fixing the hamburgers?
Yeah, they were cooking the hamburgers.
How were they, by the way?
Outstanding.
How many?
2.
How many for you?
I think he had 2.
You guys ate like you go in the electric chair.
Well, the fresh cooked hamburger right on the grill, and
you owed
I
it
was
to yourself.
Watching them, and
yeah,
pretty good.
Foul ball, 1 and 2 on Hannigan. What else did you have? I know you raved about the quality of pickles. Well, what else did we have besides the hamburgers?
Have to have good pickles if you're Chicago.
Have a little less tomato on those bad boys?
No, I went for the Lay's chips.
I got you.
There's some chips out there. They were pretty good. Little Ruffles.
Yeah, I know. I understand.
And a Coke, of course.
Here's a stretch by Marshall, and he pitches, and it's swung on and foul. I'll tell you one thing, you travel around, and there are certain products that are particular to the part of the country that you might be in. If you are a potato chip fan, they don't get a whole lot better than Poor Brothers. Poore, and I want to tell you what, they are pretty good. Don't get them back east.
Crunchy.
They are delicious in a variety of different flavors. Jalapeno and salt and vinegar and barbecue, and they're really good. Pitch, swinging a foul at him way out in front. And, of course, the Mexican restaurant that we've discovered here.
Raul and Teresa's.
Raul and Teresa's.
Oh, man. Is that all you can eat on Wednesdays? I'm going to put a hurt on them folks.
I was there last night.
Right now. Yeah,
it's pretty good. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Reds in front, 1-0. A long home run to begin the inning by Juan Francisco. Over at first is Yonder Alonso. He's running, and the pitch is popped in the air. Right side, second baseman Barney going to the edge of the outfield grass. To end the inning, we are through 1.5. Reds with the early 1-zip lead on the Cincinnati Bell Reds Radio Network.
No one would argue that we're living in seriously uncertain financial times, which makes you wonder, why take a chance on anything but the absolute best financial services company you can find? At Western & Southern, we've become one of the 10 strongest life insurance groups in the world by bringing serious financial security to our customers for over 120 years. Western & Southern, we take your financial security seriously. Very seriously. Visit WSLife.com to find out more.
Truck Month is here at your Tri-State Chevy dealer. Now is the time to take advantage of great offers on dependable Chevy trucks. During Truck Month, qualified buyers can get 0% APR financing or $4,000 total cash back on select 2010 Chevy Silverado vehicles in stock. So hurry into your Tri-State Chevy dealer or log on to trychevy.com before Truck Month is over. Length of contract limited. Available only on 20% of vehicles in dealer stock, the longest at program start. Not available with some other offers. See dealer for details. Take delivery by 3/31/10.
Join the Reds for their first Sunday home game of the season on April the 11th as they take on the Chicago Cubs. The first 20,000 fans in attendance will receive a 2010 Reds magnetic schedule and logo car magnet courtesy of PNC. Don't miss this exciting game and giveaway as Reds baseball is back. Get your tickets now for the Reds versus the Cubs by calling 513-381-REDS or go to Reds.com.
This is the Segman and Bobby Schmidt for the 700 WLW KOI Auto Parts Racing Report crew, telling you that when you're looking for performance auto parts like AC Delco Automotive Parts, you have to head down to your nearest KOI Auto Parts store.
KOI Auto Parts, the official auto parts store of the Cincinnati Reds.
With over 300,000 parts like AC Delco Automotive Parts, they always have the part you need. And with so many locations, there's a KOI Auto Parts store near you. And don't forget, when you get there, tell them Seg sent you. KOI Auto Parts, quite simply, the best.
Traffic and weather together every 10 minutes on the 10s, only on 700 WLW.
The place to be this season is the Kroger Bleachers at Great American Ballpark. Ticket prices start at just $7, and for additional savings, plan a group outing of 25 or more. Get your tickets now to enjoy the party at the ballpark in the Kroger Bleachers by calling 381-REDS or go to Reds.com. Here's Chad Tracy, and here's Homer Bailey as we go to the bottom of the second, and the pitch is up and away, ball 1.
I think Tracy was a pretty good pickup for the Cubs. As you know, that Ramirez is not going to play 7 days a week. He's about a 5-day guy with Saturday and Sunday shutting her down. And this guy will most likely be filling in those corners.
Tracy takes a strike. Following Tracy will be Alfonso Soriano. Following Soriano will be the DH Bobby Scales. 1-1 Bailey. Swing at a miss.
That's a pretty good curveball right there. Start about hands high and end up right down around the ankles.
This is the first year for Tracy in a Cub uniform, and he was signed actually to a minor league contract in January. So he was a late signee. 2 balls and 2 strikes after spending his first 9 years in the Arizona Diamondback system. Young man out of Charlotte, North Carolina, now makes his home in Glendale, Arizona.
There are a lot of veterans that fit that same exact description, and some are still out there.
Mm-hmm. You're not kidding. Some interesting names still out there looking for a job. Foul down the left field line. Tracy's best year, actually back-to-back years in 2005 and 2006. He had 308, 27 home runs in 2005, batted .281 with 20 home runs and 80 RBIs the following year, and has never even come close to equaling those numbers. way upstairs, and it's a 3-2 count. We're in the bottom of the second. The Reds have a 1-0 lead. Juan Francisco homers to begin the top of the inning. Bailey trying to gain the measure of Tracy leading off this Cubby second. And here's a high fly ball, and that one's hit into fairly deep left center. Going back to get it, Drew Stubbs. And we'll pause for identification on the Cincinnati Bell Reds Radio Network.
Rainy the rest of the day and staying cloudy overnight with spotty showers. Expect a low of 34. Tomorrow, a few lingering showers and cloudy again with a high reaching 48. It is 42 degrees at the home of the Reds, 700 WLW, Cincinnati.
One out deep into the bottom of the second, bringing up Soriano. Bailey's first pitch to him is hammered to right field and drifting back and toward the line. And making the play is Jay Bruce, and very quickly they're 2 men up and 2 men down. Take a look at the DH, Bobby Scales.
I think that's one of the issues that the new hitting coach, Rudy Jaramillo, is going to work with on Soriano, is letting the ball get deeper into the strike zone before he commits himself, instead of jumping so much at pitches that are outside of the strike zone. Soriano, if he can make contact, the more he makes contact, the more he can make things happen.
Here now is Bobby Scales. He was up and down last year between their AAA club in Des Moines and the big league ball club. He bats him left-handed, and the pitch to him is taken upstairs for ball one. Tracy's fly to center. Soriano is sky to right. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That's a strike. Bailey trying to make it a 1-2-3 second after giving up a base hit in the first inning. Foul ball back, a late swing by Scales, and he's in a hole.
I do like the way that Homer goes about his business. I don't think that his location is perfect there in the first inning, nor will it probably be forever, simply because he's got so much adrenaline when he comes out there. But he's settling down so much better than what we've seen early in his career.
Sights a sign from Ryan Hannigan pitching, and a swing and a miss to strike Scales out with a pitch down, and the inning is over. 2 good innings by Homer Bailey, and that means we go to the top of the third in this 1-0 game Cincinnati on the Cincinnati Bell Reds Radio Network.
Give me that filet fish, give me that fish, give me that filet fish, give me that fish. What if it were you hanging up on this wall? If it were you in that sandwich, you wouldn't be laughing at all.
Craving the golden, crispy taste of the Filet-O-Fish sandwich? Then stop by McDonald's for a limited time and get 2 for just $3.33. Prices of participation may vary. Price of single item posted on menu board.
We've been very aware of the issues on the safety side, but quite frankly, we've got a lot of respect for the Toyota brand.
When I told my friends, I was going to get a new Toyota, they were like, "Are you sure?" And I'm like, you know what? I've never had a problem.
These are actual Toyota customers talking about their recent purchase. And it's loyalty like this that has helped make Toyota the #1 brand in America. So we're offering you our biggest thank you ever. For full details on these unprecedented offers, visit buyatoyota.com. Toyota, moving forward. Sales claim based on MotorIntelligence.com calendar year 2009 sales.
My family is over 40,000 strong. We see each other as often as we can. We eat hoagies and hot dogs together. We cry in belief, and we laugh in disbelief. We're slumping into our seats 1 minute and jumping out of them the next. We go through a lifetime of emotions in 9 innings. We're Reds fans, and we are family.
Passion, loyalty, a shared purpose. At PNC, we know what it takes to build a community. PNC, the official bank of the Cincinnati Reds.
I caught my husband doing it again. He didn't even notice I was watching him. I'll bet your husband does it too. He'll deny it, but trust me, all men do it every time they get a chance. They all log on to Homer247.com.
This is 700 WLW, the home of the Cincinnati Reds.
Reds take a 1-0 lead into the third inning, and they'll start the inning off with their 9-batter Paul Yanish to hit off Sean Marshall, and with a play-by-play, Jeff Brantley.
Thank you, Marty. Marshall extending himself today, as we'll see a lot of pitchers as they come out for the second and third start. The first pitch to Yanish is a breaking ball down and in. 1 ball and no strikes to Yanish. Yanish with his first start at shortstop of the spring. Ground ball pulled foul. Down the third baseline to third base coach Mark Berry, and he'll make some fan happy along the line there. Well, there are a lot of folks here at Ho-Ho-Cam Park this afternoon. No place to even breathe. The fastball will catch the outside corner, and that's a strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Yanish. 1-0, Reds on top. Pitch outside, a fastball that gets away a little bit from Marshall. Evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Waiting on deck is the leadoff hitter, Drew Stubbs. Swing and a miss. Slow breaking ball had Yanish out in front, and he strikes him out. And that is what Sean Marshall is going to have to do in regular fashion if he's going to make his way back into this Cubs rotation. Got to get the breaking ball over for a strike. Here's Stubbs for the second time. Swing and a miss on a first pitch. Down and away, and he swings right over the top of it. Strike 1. Stubbs flied out to right field his first time up. Pitch from Marshall. A bunt, foul, off to the right side as Drew Stubbs tries to push bunt, and the object there is to push the ball past the pitcher, the left-handed pitcher Marshall, as he falls off to the third base side. Try to get the second baseman to come after the baseball, or have Chad Tracy vacate first base, and then you can just run on down the line. But you got to get it fair. Fastball away. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Drew Stubbs. Stubbs standing in. Here's the pitch from the left-hander, a breaking ball down in the dirt. Stubbs showing some patience there. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Drew Stubbs has a pretty good eye for the strike zone. He just needs to make better contact.
I think that's all there is to it. I think when he comes to the plate with a little bit more aggression, he seems to do much, much better. That ball fouled off to the right side and out of play. And I think sometimes Drew takes pitches that are early in the count that he could probably hammer simply because he's trying to be the prototypical leadoff hitter. And he's got a good enough eye where he really doesn't have to do that. Ground ball fouled off again. I think if you set Drew Stubbs in the leadoff spot and you turn him loose and say swing the bat when you want to swing the bat, he's going to walk plenty of times because he doesn't swing at too many pitches that are outside of the strike zone. I think his talent will take care of itself. Breaking ball misses just off the outside corner, and he didn't even move to that one. As Marty said, he does have a solid eye at the plate, especially for such a young hitter. He sees a lot of pitches, and again, he's in a 3-2 count, and Marshall's got to come in there. Fastball, and he fouls this one off, and Stubbs doing his work as a leadoff hitter and working Marshall, running that pitch count up. And whether it be spring or whether it's the regular season, as a leadoff hitter, you want to make the pitcher work. A ground ball to Ramirez at third. Hustling all the way is Stubbs. He makes it close, but Ramirez gets him by a nose. 2 down. And that'll bring Dickerson to the plate. Dickerson with a bunt attempt last time and got it right off the end of the bat, right back to the pitcher Marshall, and Marshall got him easy. Dickerson with a good start in spring thus far. And here's another good one, a left center field drive, but over there to get it will be Colvin. Quick move out there in center field for the youngster. He'll get Dickerson, and Marshall puts the Reds down in order. We'll head to the bottom of 3, 1-0. Reds on top on the Cincinnati Bell. Reds Radio Network.
How's your day?
The kids were just totally out of control today.
Tell you what, I'll take the kids to the playground, then we'll get some ice cream at UDF, take our time. You just stay home and chill.
You're taking the kids to UDF for ice cream?
Well, yeah, I thought we
You know what?
What?
I think we need to spend more time as a family.
But I thought you...
We'll be waiting in the car. Let's go, kids. We're going to UDF. Chop, chop.
Buy any chocolate chip cone, including UDF's new peanut butter chocolate chip cookie dough, and get the second dip free. Dairy Fresh, Dairy Fun, United Dairy Farmers.
When it comes to the home field advantage, insurance is no different than baseball.
Hot dogs.
You want a company who knows your business and who supports your community. Ohio Casualty works with local independent agents to provide business insurance and is backed by Liberty Mutual Group. Local expertise coupled with a Fortune 100 company gives us the power to hit a home run every time. Talk to your agent today about Ohio Casualty.
Contact Phelan Insurance Agency at 513-874-7490. Policies underwritten by the member companies of Ohio Casualty.
All right, sir. Your story is this woman's talked to the light, and you decided to check her tire pressure.
That's right, officer. I didn't mean to scare anyone.
Uh-huh. Then why the cape and glasses?
I am a phantom tire buyer with a secret identity.
I think you better start telling me something I can buy.
Well, I know a place where any set of 4 tires comes with a free alignment. You get out the door with more. Nitrogen inflation.
Okay, Mr. Fantasy.
It's Phantom.
Let's take a ride.
Is it safe? Have you checked your tire pressure?
Come on, tire boy.
Rediscover your weekend state of mind and trade your to-do list for our to-da list. Come for the Reds. Stay for more fun. Plan your spring break now at CincinnatiUSA.com.
This is Aaron Harang, and you're listening to the home of the Reds, 700 WLW.
Homer Bailey rocking and rolling for the Reds this afternoon. The right-hander on the mound for the 3rd inning. First 2 innings for Homer have been scoreless. He's given up 1 hit. That hit came to Darwin Barney, a late addition in the lineup. And now he'll face 8, 9, and then back to the top of the order. Coy Hill, Jim Meducci, and the shortstop phenom at 20 years of age, Starlin Castro. Bailey looks into the sign from Ryan Hannigan. He'll rock, kick, and deal. Fastball misses just off the plate away. Coy Hill, a rarity in today's game. Switch hitting catcher. Hits from the left side against Homer Bailey. Here's the pitch. Fouls this one straight back behind home plate. A fastball inside. Bailey continues to move that heater around, in, out, up, down. He's shown some good control with both breaking balls, the cut fastball in and the curveball. Fastball there, and he just threw it right by Coy Hill. Fastball right down Broadway, and a 1-1 pitch that was in the mitt before Hill could get the bat through the strike zone. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Bailey with a look in. He'll take a short drop step. Here he comes. And he got him. Good night, Irene. Coy Hill back to the dugout. Overpowered for the strikeout by Bailey. 1 down. That's the one thing about Homer Bailey that you're starting to see more and more is his recognition of hitters at home plate. When he knows he's got them, man, he puts the attack on in a hurry. Here's Jim Meducci from the left side. Fastball hit down the left field line on a first pitch high heater. Meducci will round first. He'll head into second, and he'll be there with a 1-out double. A high fastball that Meducci seemed to get beat on, but he got enough bat on the baseball that he hits it right over the head of a leaping Juan Francisco down into the left field corner. Left fielder Dickerson over there in a hurry, but standing at second base with a 1-out double is Jim Meducci. Here's Starlin Castro, grounded out to the shortstop his first time up. And all the Cubs checking out this youngster as he has Shown some glove skill early. First pitch fastball outside corner, and that's a strike. Bailey continuing to pump in the strikes. A long look in, extra long this time as he looks into Hannigan. Runner at second, checks twice. Here's the pitch, a breaking ball, and it just misses inside. Bailey has really tightened up that breaking ball over the last couple of years. It used to be the big sweeping over the top high school curveball, if you will, and he has tightened that thing up. Short, quick break, downward action, good velocity. 1-1 pitch, curveball, and that hits the outside corner, and I'm telling you, folks, that is a quality pitch. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Starlin Castro. Runner at second base. Reds have a 1-0 lead. And Homer Bailey trying to protect it here in the bottom of the third in front of a packed house here at Ho-Ho-Cam Park. Pitch, fastball, grounded to the right side. Phillips is over there, picks it up, throws on to first base, and they'll get Castro 2 down as the runner, Adducci, advances from second to third base. Darwin Barney, single his first time up, line drive into center field. And with 2 down, Homer Bailey will have to notch that belt a little tighter. Bailey looks down at the ground, concentrating, got the sign. Here's the pitch. Fastball on the outside corner. That one had a little extra on it. Strike 1. Not a whole lot of mulling around on the mound for Homer Bailey. He gets his sign, knows what he wants. Here he comes. Fastball just misses away. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 down in the inning. Adducci stands at third base. He would be the tying run. Bailey got the sign from Hannigan. Checks the runner at third. Fastball grounded to the right side. Phillips can't get it. Right underneath his glove, and Phillips looking awfully frustrated. I thought he was going to have that one, and I think Brandon did too. About a 40 hopper to the right side. It gets by Phillips. Another base hit for Barney, and the Cubs have tied it up. Pinch hitter for Ramirez, it'll be Brian LaHare. So that will tie the score. You score Adducci from third base. A 2-out RBI for the youngster. Barney not even expected to play today. Inserted right at the last second. He got 2 hits and an RBI. 1-1 is the score. LaHare at home plate, swing and a miss. Boy, that ball was in the mitt before he even took the bat off his shoulder. Strike 1. A little Blue Bayou. Big, tall, stocky, left-handed hitter Brian LaHare. Bat over the head, picked to first base, not in time. Darwin Barney at second base for the Cubs today. Off to a good start. 2 down in the inning. Bailey kicks and deals. Another fastball raises the hands of LaHare. It was up and in. 1 ball, 1 strike. Outfield playing LaHare straight up. Infield on the right side with Brandon Phillips plays him to pull a little bit, as does Janish. and Francisco on the left side. Bailey out of the stretch. Here's the pitch. A ground ball hit hard right to Alonso. He'll tag first base, and that's it for the Cubs. But they put a run on the board to tie things up. After 3 full, 1 apiece, Reds Cubs on the Cincinnati Bell, Reds Radio Network.
This is the big one, 700 WLW.
We have lots of medications in the cabinet, so generic, anytime I can get it, is very important.
Save on generic prescriptions at Kroger. Pay just $4 for a 30-day supply or $10 for a 90-day supply.
That is a major help for everybody.
I switched over from another drugstore to come here because you didn't have to pay a yearly fee to get that generic price.
When I get my groceries, I pick up our prescriptions, and it makes it a one-stop shop.
Get more value for the way you live at Kroger.
This is Rick Stowe, clubhouse manager for the Cincinnati Reds. Trust me, I know grass and dirt stains can be a nightmare when it's time to do the laundry. That's why I use Biz, the best stain fighter in the business. It works great for whites and collars and keeps our uniforms as good as new throughout the season.
Visit BizStainFighter.com for a full line of Biz products and download a coupon for $2 off Biz.
For Major League Stains, use Biz and Oxtel, the official laundry team of the Cincinnati Reds.
Give me back that filet-o-fish. Give me that fish. Give me back that filet-o-fish. Give me that fish. What if it were you hanging up on this wall? If it were you in that sandwich, you wouldn't be laughing at all.
Craving the golden, crispy taste of the Filet-O-Fish sandwich? Then stop by McDonald's for a limited time and get 2 for just $3.33. Prices of participation may vary. Price of single item posted on menu board.
Hi, I'm former Cincinnati Red George Foster. If you've been thinking of a new garage door, just do what I did and call the original Overhead Door Company. Just look for the red ribbon in the yellow pages and call the Overhead Door Company of Greater Cincinnati.
This is Bronson Roy. You're listening to the home of the Reds, 700 WLW.
We head to the 4th. Reds and Cubs are tied at 1 apiece. Cubs have a new pitcher on the mound. It'll be Casey Coleman, a right-handed pitcher. 22 years of age, 6 foot, 180 pounds. Born in Fort Myers, Florida, now lives in Cape Coral. 2009, he was 14-6, tied for the league lead in Double-A Tennessee. 149 innings, 142 hits. Not a big strikeout pitcher, but a 3.68 earned run average. Right-hander kicks and deals to Phillips. He'll foul that pitch off, out of play. A fastball up and in. Chad Tracy will move to third base and play third for Ramirez. Lahair, who came to the plate for Ramirez, will go to first base. Coleman kicks, deals, fastball downstairs, 1 ball and a strike. Coleman does not look 6 foot from here, but he'll kick that leg up and show you his number, turns his back almost to the plate as he misses with an off-speed pitch up and away from Phillips. So Coleman falling behind in the count to Phillips, 2-1, a breaking ball, and he missed it by a mile. 2-2. Good over-the-top curveball, and Phillips was chasing. So far from Coleman, fastball, curveball, and changeup. Really hides the ball well. 2-2 pitch, curveball, and he just misses. Crossed the plate, but it was down. Full count again to a Reds hitter as they continue to work the count against these Cubs batters. Fastball, and he fouls it off his foot, does Phillips. Coy Hill hustling out to get it. Home plate umpire Jim Joyce says, nope, that's a foul ball. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The score is tied 1 apiece. Coleman kicks and deals, and he walks his first batter of the day, and that's Brandon Phillips, a leadoff walk. And he's aboard for Juan Francisco. Francisco with the Reds' only RBI today, and that came on a absolute blast just to the right of the batter's eye in center field off of a 3-2 breaking ball from Sean Marshall. Lefty on lefty, so Francisco has shown he can hit lefties or righties. Doesn't really matter. Coleman out of the stretch. Here's the pitch. A fastball off the plate away. 1 ball and no strikes. Phillips at first base, looking across the diamond to get his signs from third base coach Mark Berry. 1-0 pitch to Francisco. Runs off the plate away. 2-0. Francisco's last 2 stints in winter ball, he has won the batting title and been the league MVP. Here's the 2-0. Fastball, and it's another one. High, deep, dead center. Goodbye. Put that one on it. Juan Francisco, second homer of the day. Righty, lefty. Doesn't matter to him. 3-1 Reds. Phillips comes across to score. Francisco touches home plate, points skyward, and the Reds are back on top. This cat has got some power. That pitch was inside. He got his hands inside the ball and drove it right at the batter's eye in center field, and it just tailed right over the fence. Wow. Jay Bruce takes the first pitch from Coleman. It's outside for a ball. That pitch will catch the corner, and that'll even the count. 1 ball and 1 strike. Bruce struck out on a curveball from Marshall his first time up. Takes the changeup down. 2 balls and a strike. Boy, the ball jumps off the bat of Francisco. Way up high. 3 balls and a strike now to Jay Bruce, as the left-handed hitting right fielder standing in, looking for a 3-1 pitch that he can drive. Coleman kicks, deals. This ball hit high into the air into left center field. Colvin on his horse. He'll get there. Bruce hit it hard, but didn't hit it quite hard enough to get it out of the reach of the speedy Colvin out in center field. 1 down in the inning. Tyler Colvin, the young prospect out in center field that has received some high praise from manager Lou Piniella and general manager Jim Hendry. Both he and Starlin Castro, the shortstop. Folks got them talking. First pitch to Ballantine is down. Ballantine with a single his first time up. There's a breaking ball up high. 2 balls and no strikes. Coleman having a tough time getting the ball across the plate. That ball is up and in. And again, he'll go to a 3-ball count and no strikes. Casey Coleman, the right-hander, 14 wins last year at AA Tennessee. That pitch is upstairs. 4 consecutive balls outside of the strike zone. And let's pause for station ID here on the Reds Radio Network.
The star witness in the Marcus Feisel trial arrested again, losing an hour of sleep as we spring ahead, and Sexton lands a Northern Kentucky man in jail. In-depth team coverage after the game on News Radio 700 WLW Cincinnati.
Here's Yonder Alonso. Left-handed hitting Alonso, grounded into a fielder's choice first time up. Takes a first pitch fastball off the plate away. 1 ball and no strikes. Runner at first base is Ballantine. Reds are on top, 3-1. They've put 2 runs on the board this inning as Alonso takes that pitch to down and away again. All the runs coming off the bat of Juan Francisco. Right center field blast off the left-hander Marshall. And in the second batter of this inning, he hit another one out. That ball is up and away, and again, Casey Coleman, 3 balls and no strikes. The youngster really overthrowing. Can't let the adrenaline get to you. Right-hander comes to the set. Here's the pitch. Gets that one in there for a strike. Alonso taking all the way. So after 7 consecutive pitches outside of the zone, Coleman gets that one in there. And here's the 3-1 pitch. Fouled off to the left side. Alonso just a tad tardy. Alonso's got power to just about every point on the field. He can hit the ball out down the left field line just as well as he can pulling it down the right field line. The left-handed hitter has got some sock. Picked to first base, quick feet, but Coleman no avail as Ballantine at first base did not have a big lead. Ballantine not really a threat to run. Another pick to first, and he almost picked him off. May not be a threat to run, but maybe a threat to go to sleep. Two picks in a row by Coleman. He almost got him there. 3-2. Line drive right to the shortstop. Castro on the move is Ballantine, and that is a double play. Reds hitting the ball hard, but right at the phenom Castro. A double play takes the Reds out of the inning, but not before Francisco strikes again. 3-1, Reds on top as we head to the bottom of 4 on the Cincinnati Bell Reds Radio Network.
Hi there, Ashton Ritchie from Scott's on the field with Doug Gallant, head groundskeeper for the Cincinnati Reds.
Welcome to my house, Ashton.
I got to tell you, Doug, your house has one amazing lawn.
Thanks. The thing is, it not only has to look great, it has to stand up to 81 home games every season.
And you use Scott's fertilizer?
Absolutely.
And what would you say to folks who say fertilizer is fertilizer?
I say there's a darn big difference.
It's hard to believe, but many brands contain filler like sand and sawdust.
Fillers do nothing for your grass. Scott's is 100% nutrition with no fillers, so every granule gives your lawn the food it needs to grow green and strong.
That's the Scott's advantage.
Sounds like a home run to me.
Exactly. Your grass is hungry after a long winter's rest, so head out this weekend and feed it with Scott's Turf Builder. This is Ashton Ritchie. See you in the yard.
Follow your team on your iPhone, iPod Touch, BlackBerry, and Android phone with MLB.com at Bat 2010, featuring play-by-play, video highlights, and live audio broadcasts. Visit Reds.com on your iPhone or iPod Touch to purchase.
Dinsmore & Scholl is proud to be the official law firm of the Cincinnati Reds. Our 450 attorneys are focused on counseling companies and individuals to achieve their business objectives and protect their futures. We take your success personally. Find out how at dinslaw.com. Dinsmore & Scholl is proud to be the official law firm of the Cincinnati Reds. Our 450 attorneys are focused on counseling companies and individuals to achieve their business objectives and protect their futures. We take your success personally. Find out how at dinslaw.com.
You're listening to the big one, 700 WLW.
Right-hander Micah Owings is on the mound for the Reds as he'll take over for Homer Bailey. Bailey leaves with a 3-1 lead. He got his 3 innings of work in, ended up giving up 3 hits, the 1 run. Left a couple of men on base. Threw the ball quite well, I believe. Didn't walk a batter, threw a lot of strikes. First batter against Owings will be Tyler Colvin. Hitting in the number 4 spot this afternoon for the Cubs. He takes the first pitch outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Here's the 1-0. Ground ball hit hard, pull foul. Down the right field line. He'll send the ball boy scattering down there as that ball ricochets off the wall. Colvin with an awfully quick bat, and he has got some pop. Owings kicks and deals a changeup, and he had Colvin way out in front of that one. And that's really what you see from Micah Owings, is fastballs on both sides of the plate. He's not afraid to throw the ball inside, and he's going to use that changeup a lot. Very seldom do you see a whole lot of breaking balls from Micah Owings. Drops that elbow to a point where it's tough to get on top of the breaking ball. Here's the 1-2. Ground ball again, pulled foul. Another changeup, and Colvin on that one, just a tad out front. Colvin really gets that top hand to the baseball. Really comes down and through and gets those hips cleared. Sign of a good power hitter. Maybe young, but the kid can swing it. And he swings right through that one. A fastball upstairs. He was looking down, got the pitch up. Strikeout for Micah Owings, one down. Chad Tracy steps to the plate. Tracy having a pretty good string thus far. Flied out to center field his first time up. Dickerson, Stubbs, and Bruce out in the Reds outfield. Fastball down and away, that's a ball. And at some points in time, you may see that outfield formation during the 2010 season, and that's an awfully young outfield. Owings kicks and deals, changeup way out in front. He gets Tracy down on one knee. See the head flying, the helmet almost falling off, and the batter goes down to the back knee. You know you got him fooled. Ball and a strike. Here comes the right-hander Owings. Fastball, and he got him. Fouled off to the left side. Really got Tracy in between there. A changeup on the pitch before had him way out in front. That fastball